All right. I'm going max speed here, guys. My hand might be broken.
Oh, she's broken. So, if you remember from a few videos ago, you'll remember that I had a mission, a goal, to make it off the Godzilla drop. It was something that I was always terrified to do. I could roll it. I could never just send it off that drop and treat it like one. But I finally did complete it, and I had a bit of a personal checklist of other features that I also wanted to complete while I was there. Now, I didn't get all of those things, but last week I actually got back out to the Hydrocut with Johan and Steve, and it was Johan's first time there. Don't make me explain why he's never been there before, since they're a ton of fun, but he was out there and I was stoked to show him some of these new trails. Now, I hadn't completed the entire checklist of features that I wanted to drop. So, I was gonna finish it last week, but I didn't. Oh, and by the way, before I get too far into this video, let me apologize now for the horribly shaky footage that you're about to witness. I was doing some experimenting with my GoPro using some third-party software that was supposed to be really good for image stabilization using GoPro metadata. Tons of nerdy stuff in there, but needless to say, it didn't work, so we're stuck with this footage here. But back to the trails. First up was Godzilla. I had to get my confidence up and I sent it. No sweat, wasn't an issue whatsoever. And since my energy and my confidence was so high, I figure let's keep this good time rolling and we're gonna go straight to the bane of my existence, the Kamikaze Trail. Now, this trail is not super dangerous or adrenaline pumping, but it's technically challenging. In fact, probably the sketchiest part is actually getting into the trail using the trail filter. It's a rock roll skinny, and you have to thread that needle perfectly to keep enough speed up without going off to the side. Made it through that filter, and then you have to pump your way through this trail, and it's just basically up and down through this ravine. Up and down. Throughout the years, I've managed to get further and further along it, but the very last turn has always got me. Whether it was a bee sting in the middle of the lip, I'll link that up here or there, or just sliding out before I could make it there, I've never been able to get it.
You all right?
But on this day, I was gonna make it happen. No matter what, I had to finish the Kamikaze Trail. And I did, but it took me a few attempts.
Yeah, dude.
Now, did I clean it all in one go? No, definitely not, but it's there waiting for me for the next time. I wanted to keep my energy up and I didn't want to spend too much more time there because that is a trail that will suck energy and life out of you very quickly if you just continuously lap it. So it was time to move on. The last trail that I would get to on this fateful day was Adam's Run.
Only recipe. Oh, better. Yeah, I only just tipped it.
Oh.
I just like barely touched the chain, so not too bad.
We're gonna come into a bunch of flowy stuff.
All right, riding single speed granny gear. So my multiple attempts on Kamikaze have rendered me with one speed. So I'm gonna be spinning out hard today. Oh, that new drop. That is a new drop. Yeah, there was no A-line, B-line before. That's awesome. Okay. I gotta hit that left side. I skipped it, yeah. All right, let's go back and get it. Oh, watch out, there was, yeah, someone was trailing us, so.
One was tough to self-film.
All right.
Watch yourself, sir.
Speed here, guys.
Whoa. Tubeless, yeah.
Fuck, my hand might be broken.
Are you okay?
It's straight looking.
Can you feel your fingers?
It's, something's going on there.
Yeah. Let's get off to the side first. Maybe up here there's a better place.
Oh yeah, it's fucked up.
Oh yeah, your finger. Sorry, dude. Here.
Woo!
Oh yeah, your finger's broken.
It's at least my left hand.
Yeah, that's true.
You're all right. Get above the drop, Josh, if you can. Go over your bike.
Are you okay to walk, Josh?
Yeah, just a little lightheaded.
A little lightheaded or anything?
No, I got lots, it's okay. That was a bouncy one.
Oh, man. Can you feel the rest of your fingers?
Yeah, they're all good.
Okay, kind of. It's like you bent your one finger back.
Yeah, I could feel it right away.
You burped the shit out of that tire too.
I heard that. That's what sent me bouncing.
Yeah, because I saw you kind of like
you bottomed her.
hucked it and yeah. How you feeling, Josh?
Feels pretty gross.
Oh yeah, show the other side. It's gnarlier that way.
Kind of reverse bends.
Yeah. So what happened?
Sent all the drops, and the last one sent me.
Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, after the initial crash, we did the inventory check and all seemed to be okay. Only my finger was out of place, but since none of us had ever set a finger before, we thought it was probably best to head over to Grand River and have a doctor put it into place properly. So, I'm very lucky that Steve's wife is a nurse at this hospital. So we should get VIP treatment. I'm gonna just keep dropping her name. Now, one of the funny and kind of expected parts was that the doctor that actually set my finger is also a mountain biker, knew the trails and Adams Run, the specific drop that I killed myself on, pretty well. He's a mountain biker himself and frequents the trails because they're so close. Not a lot of art to it. Really just keep still on the finger until it pops. I'm feeling it, but it's not terrible. Yeah, the knuckle I feel. That's it. It's done. Oh! Luckily, since Grand River is such a small hospital, I was in and out within an hour and a half, had my finger pop back in place, finger was frozen, and I was able to even get back to a quick barbecue before heading home. This is how the video is supposed to end, with a nice barbecue, but without this.
Yeah. Get paid just like an assistant too.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use the washroom and then we can load up.
Okay.
I'll load the bikes up for you now. Cheers. Yeah. I'm worried about riding this right now. It seems to be dangerous.
It's because he can't reach the bikes. So we finished dinner and headed home. Johan drove and all seemed well. Just a dislocated finger, be a couple weeks off the bike, and I'd be ready to roll again. Until the next morning when my finger and my hand swelled up twice the size, I figured it was time to go back to the hospital. So on my second trip to the hospital the next morning at McMaster's Urgent Care Clinic, I waited another 3 hours, got another x-ray, and they still thought it was only a bad sprain, but wanted to send me to an orthopedic surgeon at McMaster Hospital to confirm that it was just a sprain.
Okay, I'm going to go look at your x-ray,
Yep.
and we'll go from there.
Yep.
But there's a little bone in here called the scaphoid bone.
Yep.
It often gets fractured if you fall like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't always show up on the x-ray right away. It's
Okay.
just a small bone.
Yeah.
But if everything else looks okay from the bone standpoint and you still have that tenderness there, I'd still splint that.
Okay.
Just the issue is if you have a fracture there and you don't manage it,
Right.
just the way that blood supply to that bone is, if it doesn't get set properly or managed properly, you can develop a chronic pain syndrome. And
Yeah.
if you're a young, active guy, you don't want to be walking around with a sore hand all the
that'd be
time.
great to not have
So let me look at your x-ray and then we'll be back, but I think we're going to be putting a splint on regardless.
Okay. Yeah,
All right, see you in
sounds
a couple
good.
minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so I figured I'd finish this video off a little less formal and bring you into my torture zone here. Can't ride any of my local trails, but I'm hiking them right now. So it's been about 3 weeks since my crash and about 2 weeks since I started this video and when I had my last doctor's appointment. Went and saw the orthopedic surgeon and he basically said, after an x-ray and pushing really hard on the area that was bothering me, I had a broken scaphoid. Common thing for mountain bikers. Also really common for the healing process to take a super long time. So he basically said, you're gonna be off the bike for 8 to 12 weeks. Now that sucks, but what really sucks is the fact that I am a freelance, self-employed filmmaker, content creator for all these great brands. Oh, killing me. Have a good ride. That's what I don't get to do right now. So basically, with that, not being able to work is not great. I'm not making any money and I've lost a few $1,000s in lost work. So put me in a pretty dark place where I was ready to just hang up the bikes, sell them both and call it a day. Luckily, I've got some really good friends that even offered to pay for my bike, buy it off me, hold on to it and resell it to me when I smartened up. But luckily I didn't get to that point. I thought again and I'm keeping the bikes, but I need to take it easy. I don't have any benefits, so gotta do that, gotta be smart. And so some of the content on this channel is gonna change. Hopefully that's okay for you guys because there are plenty of other YouTubers that are doing all the GoPro POV content, and that's not what this channel was originally gonna be about. It just so happens that I ride bikes a ton, so it happens. But the locals is something that I'm still working on. COVID put a pause on it for a bit, but that's gonna be coming back, and just a lot more mountain bike and outdoors community documentary films. That's the type of stuff that I really like making. Ow, my finger, that really hurt. My fingers are still pretty messed up. But hopefully that's okay with you guys. Got lots of stuff coming up. Bittersweet news that this camera is about to be sold. This will actually be the last time I film on it till I get a new one. I forgot the good news. Talked about all the bad news, 8 to 12 weeks and all that stuff. I just had another doctor's appointment today, had my cast off and re-x-rayed. 2 doctors looked at 4 different angles of the x-rays. I'll throw one of them up right now. And they can't see anything. There's like one little line that might be a fracture, but they're not all that sure. They went and put more pressure back on that sore spot. I didn't flinch. It didn't feel horrible. So they went and put more pressure on that sore spot again, and it didn't feel terrible. I mean, after a while of them pressing harder and harder on it, it started to get sore. But so far, great news. I've got an appointment in 3 weeks, so September 29th, and get one more round of x-rays, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And if all goes well, I should be able to get the cast off and then probably just take it easy on these fingers, because apparently you can dislocate your fingers pretty easily, and I've got soft tissue and ligament damage there. But so awesome news. I should be able to start working in the next 3 weeks or so. Still gives me lots of time to work on this channel though, so did I say like, comment, subscribe? Great if you do that. All right guys, stay wild.